So,
Hi, the internet.
hello. If you guys didn't see the last episode of City of Mist, we lost our frame rate to the bombs, and so we still haven't recovered. Anyway, welcome to part B, because I can't number things twice, of Crime and Punishment, our City of Mist, ideally finale.
Woo!
Yay!
Finale!
We'll cut straight into it. What do you guys remember of what happened last week, 1 week ago?
The prison blew up.
Yes.
We got, or Patrick got. No, did we all get it, or did Patrick just get the threatening email?
I sent it to you guys.
That.
Okay. Patrick got a threatening email, which the rest of us saw via Patrick, that talked about the talent, which is a dear talent. Sorry, I'm like leaning off of screen. I'm trying to.
My last page is missing.
That's not good.
No.
It reminded us that we, or not reminded us, it told us that we didn't defuse 2 bombs, and then shortly thereafter the prison blew up.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
And then shortly,
What was that, Allyson?
And Tom's place.
And Tom's
and
place.
Tom's place thereafter.
What is that?
Not just.
Tom was more important than the hospital or the prison.
We only lost a handful of people we cared about in the prison, but more importantly, we all
Elias
lost.
was in the prison, and we brought him back to
Yeah.
critical.
How terrifying is that? Avery commanded him to stay awake.
And alive.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the episode title for episode?
No, that's how
Was that how I used it?
Yeah. We were trying to remember, didn't Avery use her weakness, her lack of empathy, to do that?
I believe so.
Oh, really?
Okay, so that would have made me have 3 attention on becoming a partner.
Hot damn.
So I need to figure out what that means. But
You've got the document, right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll see if I can find it in the index. It should be on improving themes. Not an index like I thought there was.
I can look it up. You don't have to do that right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna slow it.
Anyway, so you guys, you tended to the people at the. What are you looking
Can I
for?
see the book?
Yeah. You guys tended to the people in the jail as well as you could, which is to say Elias, because I think he's the only person you guys saw make it out. You went to Tom's. Tom is dead. Long live Tom. And then you guys ran into some other people while you were at Tom's place. Mostly Avery.
Some other people at Tom's place? We don't remember that part.
I don't remember that.
You guys ran into Sarah Summers and
okay.
Ollie.
Oh yeah! I did take her phone.
I think Ollie Higgs is right.
Yeah.
His
I
last
think
name.
he's gonna be from that.
Anyway,
I don't.
Ollie with the letter.
Why is there no table?
so while you were doing that, you found out that Sarah had gotten the tip from the director to show up there. Avery snatched her phone, willingly given, with the understanding that she would rope Sarah Summers in on whatever hot take, and then sent an email to the director, right?
Right?
Yeah.
As well as I can remember, because I played the last 5 minutes of the episode before I got here. Do what?
She
No,
likes
just
it.
laugh.
Okay. Yeah, as well as I can remember, Avery said, "Who are you and what do you want?" Maddie's a penguin.
Nice.
That's no penguin, that's Gunther. Or I guess I should say that's
Gunther?
not just any penguin.
There you go.
That's Gunther.
Maybe she'll come back.
Maybe.
So what happened in the last 5 minutes? The very climactic 5 minutes?
We sent an email.
We sent an email. Oh,
Very
jeez.
climactic email.
Riveting.
you addressed it to the director and then signed it as the talent, and then you guys had this wonderful conversation about who the talent was. Patrick thought that he was the talent. Corinne said that you all collectively were the talent, and Jeff said that maybe the talent was the friends you made along the way.
Nah.
I appreciate it. It was Patrick, Corinne, and Jeff.
And Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, Joe.
Did we lose Maddie?
I am still here. I've gone to
She's gone dark.
voice only because my mom's internet is really bad,
Okay.
and I was getting like I completely forgot about that, and I was getting like really really garbled explanations of things, and it didn't seem like anybody else was getting robots. So
No, that's fine. We'll just
a voice for me as long as that's okay with you.
yeah, you're good. You're a penguin labeled as Maddie for the stream, so that works for me.
Great.
Nice.
Okay, so I guess we can pick up back at the email shortly
wait.
after. And I'm sorry I didn't type this so that I could text it to you and you guys could piece it apart.
Oh, sorry, Alex.
Yes, Nathan.
Wait, can I have another couple notes of things.
Please go for it.
We also found director comments on the Channel 7 news site,
Yep.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I think we got the tip about Imogene's last song album coming out.
Right.
Yes, that was an important factor. Is I probably misrepresented it some while I was trying to read it during the last session, but if you don't remember or if I misspoke, Cece found that what's her face? Celestine was doing backup vocals for a song about selling out and joining a record label, which they are very excited. This is Mulberry Records is very excited to share and to air. It should be tomorrow, we'll say at 8:00 p.m. And for those of you keeping track at home, it's about 8:00 now.
Oh no!
The day before, so it's 24 hours until they release their new hit single.
Oh jeez.
Oh, and we're worried about mind control, right?
Yep.
What's the name of the
Yeah.
song?
On a big level.
What was the name of what?
The song?
I don't think I gave it a name, but we'll say it's Let's All Sell Out.
Okay. Bit on the nose, whatever.
Well, the idea was that Imogen, the shrew of Shrew the Petition, was an indie artist until she recently signed with Mulberry Records and then died mysteriously.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
How old was she?
She would have been in her late 20s.
Would she perhaps have been 27?
She could have been.
There's a big crazy internet conspiracy theory about musicians who die at the age of 27.
Oh. I mean, maybe.
The 27 Club. Amy Winehouse, John Mayer? No, the other
Mayer's
one.
No, he's alive.
No, sorry, not John Mayer. The other one.
Not
It's John Mellon.
No.
Dave Matthews.
also alive.
Kurt Cobain.
He is dead.
Who's dead?
Kurt
Kurt
Cobain.
Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. Did he die at
Anyway,
27?
there's like a handful of
He-
prominent musicians who died at the age of 27.
Took his life.
Some by suicide and
Yeah, I
others.
was gonna say. Does that still count towards the conspiracy?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it's like strengthening evidence for the conspiracy
Huh.
that he like chose to join the club or whatever.
I don't think Kurt Cobain chose to join a club in his life.
That's probably true. Hey, if you want to know more about this conspiracy theory that I don't know that much about, go to Wikipedia and look at the 27
Just go to
Club.
Just go to
Reddit.
Or Reddit. Reddit's probably better.
Don't have to.
You don't have to. Nobody's making anybody do anything. But if you want to know more,
That's right.
At least not until 8 p.m. on
He might have been 27. We don't know.
I know Amy Winehouse was 27
Okay.
because I was looking at her up recently.
It's the last cube you get for a while.
part of the conspiracy.
Sure.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna make it to 64. I have to make it to 27.
That's right.
I have to stop at 27, I guess.
So yeah, you guys, Joe had, or pardon me, Avery sent that email saying, "Who are you? What do you want? Sign the talent."
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, you said that you forwarded the message from Sarah Summers' phone to your phone, and then replied using your phone, or however that works.
Yes.
So you would shortly thereafter receive to your personal email a message saying something to the effect of, "Dear Talent, I am the director. I am so blessed to be able to work with you. I've been looking forward to this for as long as I can remember, and I am just so thrilled and so just in love with all of your work, and so pleased that we'll be able to cooperate on our next big project."
Clearly a sociopath.
Signed the director.
I'll just reply back with "stop blowing things up," and then I'll forward out the email after I do the
Sure.
I guess you would not receive an email response back so quickly.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Where is Patrick back with us? Have we assumed that Patrick came back, or they were all back together?
Patrick went to Tom's place.
Oh yeah, then yes, you all would be at the same place.
Yeah, everyone else is there.
So I hand Patrick an unlocked phone, and I say, "Hey, this is Sarah Summers' phone. Track everything you can, including any sources that have contacted her."
Is she okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She gave me explicit permission to do whatever I wanted with her phone, including handing it to a hacker.
Explicitly.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're free.
I'll try to. Yeah. Okay. I'll take her phone.
I mean, it's completely up to you, but
Yeah. Sure. End of the day, he doesn't really care, but there's people around, so.
Okay. So then
Okay.
Patrick has a hold of Sarah's phone.
Yeah. Because what did the email to her say? Was it the same thing we got, or?
The email that I just said a second ago, or from last session?
The one to Sarah, because the one to me, is the one to Sarah the one from you just said?
So far, the correspondences have been from the director to you, which was the code. The director to you about the talent. An email to Sarah about a fireworks display, an illegal fireworks display going off at Tom's residence.
Okay, the fireworks display. That's what it was. Okay.
at this point, the subject line has forward, read.
Well, because doesn't know about the email we got.
No.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, I'll look through her phone, I don't know, maybe other information related to this email, or if she's been contacted by this person before.
Okay. Your baby's quite cute.
Aww.
She likes to laugh.
Good. So you're attempting to investigate Sarah's phone?
Yeah.
What are you looking for specifically?
Look for any information about the director, because we don't know if the characters don't know if she's been contacted before by the director.
Okay.
And her being a reporter, I don't think she would tell us that.
Sure.
So, yeah. So I want to investigate for information about the director that might be on Sarah Summers' phone. Maybe that's emails that she's gotten before from the same email address. Maybe that's anonymous text messages with the sign of the director at the bottom.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. 7. Oh, I didn't say what I was using.
You probably wouldn't add 3.
I don't really think I have anything actually.
I mean, like your.
My laptop's not
You
helping.
don't have to have anything.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a 7. It's
Okay.
just a 7.
That's fine. That works for me.
That's a 7 to 10.
But we'll assume a power of 1, so you've got one question that you can ask.
One question.
Mhm.
Well, has she been contacted before?
No. She has not been
No.
contacted before, at least not at this email address. She doesn't have any. You look through her messages, her like text messages. If she's got anything from an unknown number, it's usually some kind of a like a telemarketer, or there's one
Okay.
new phone. Who this?
Okay. Sounds good then.
Okay. So yeah.
Sorry, Avery, there's no information on here about the director.
Okay, I'll keep it around for fun of it. I'm collecting phones at this point. I still have that one criminal's phone.
Emma,
Oh, yeah.
Was it Emma?
you did steal her phone and then run away.
Big lady.
I think I also stole one other phone. I think this is a habit.
That sounds like Avery.
What's in your notes?
Keep taking guns.
Well, let me know who the other stolen phone belongs to.
I'm
Will
gonna
do.
take this.
That would be funny if this is like the 4th phone.
Just collecting them.
Yeah. So then, while you guys are taking care of that, is anyone else making any kind of a move or doing anything, or should I just keep with the recitation back?
I guess. What do we have as far as leads? We don't really know. We keep getting information from the director, but we can't really track that so far. We know about the song, so I guess we could try leads there to go either visit Celestine or figure out where Mulberry Records is stationed.
Is that Owen to the party or Jeff to
Owen to the
friends? Okay.
I agree that we probably ought to send or pay a visit to Celestine in the absence of actual leads right now. And the director, that's clearly going to take some time. So checking out Celestine and finding out whether we have anything to actually worry about when this song releases tomorrow is probably a good idea.
And then Celestine is Maddie's buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Celestine is CCC.
Yep.
Okay,
CCC.
so we should, whatever team that is, should probably include her.
So you're breaking
Yep.
up into teams?
Yeah.
I'm down.
I would think so. Do we have another thing that we want to do, or are we going to all visit Celestine?
Can steal this.
Yeah.
I mean, my question is, can Celestine stop the song at this point?
I wouldn't think that she could stop the song, but I would think that she could probably give us information as to how. I think last time we heard that it was currently being mastered.
Yes.
So she could probably give us more information as to how that process goes.
Did we ever talk to her and like tell her to stop singing things at people?
I thought we confronted her towards the end.
Yeah,
of
we
the
did.
song.
We
Yeah.
That
was
sounds
not
like
receptive.
something
She
you would
was
do.
Oh,
She was not receptive to our suggestions.
was she just like not understanding, or was she blatantly trying to like be what's the word?
Obstinate.
Difficult.
Difficult or like menacing about it? Like,
I think she's just being
does she know?
If I
I
recall,
think she's just being independent.
yeah,
Like, she doesn't know us, and why would I take your advice, that sort of thing.
yeah, the impression that I got was that she either didn't understand what we were talking about or just blatantly didn't believe us and
Right.
was like, I'm not going to stop singing just because this bunch of people says that they think I should.
Yeah.
And I don't think we got any sort of vibe that she was under anyone else's influence.
She just was trying to promote her career.
Right.
Man, this so falls outside of the category of don't listen to haters. Please listen to haters.
So you're gonna hate?
They are. You don't hear people. Oh.
I'm good. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
Well, I guess I'll slide into her DMs on Instagram.
Okay.
Weird.
A little creepy.
That's,
A little creepy.
How's it going, little one?
as a quick bookkeeping thing,
Yes.
for my mission theme, I decided to make my convince actions dynamite,
Okay.
which is so on a 12 plus, super things happen.
Yep.
And then also I have Bradford's phone as well.
Bradford.
Tom?
Tom Bradford?
And you have a
No.
burner phone.
That's a
Oh,
real.
and I do have a burner phone.
Who's
I just have
Bradford?
a purse full of phones.
Was he from the Little Harlem
Oh, that's
episode?
good.
Who,
I think that was the one where we were trying to steal the aunt.
Yep, that's the Harlem episode.
Mm.
Yeah, Bradford was. You remember? Oh, yep. Yeah, I remember
One of
this
the guys
now.
at the gate.
He was one of the guys that you ran into at the library, and then she charm personed him while you were trying to go over to the Kingpin's hideout. And
Yeah.
you were like, "Give me your phone," and then leave and never come back and quit organized crime. And he was like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah, and I just never gave. I just have 4 phones right now. It's 5. Okay.
I'm glad you've got a habit. That's funny. Okay.
Up a sidekick.
Say that again, Nathan.
Oh, I said open up a phone review website as a side gig.
That's fair.
In addition to her side gig being a mutant.
Okay, so I'm pulling up my Google Drive because apparently I forgot to pull it up earlier.
Yeah, we're human.
Touched.
Misters. And anyway.
So yeah, about that time, the emergency medical service, the firefighters are still putting out the fire, handling the damage and the fallout from the explosion. The emergency medical services, having realized now that Tom is not alive, are going to take him back to the Forensic Analysis Center, the FAC, way back next to the jail. They let you know if you guys need anything, they'll be there, whatever.
I am
I remember.
distraught.
Fair?
I remember saying at the end of last thing that I was going to try and hang out with
Alice?
Alice. Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay, so are you gonna try and ride with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maddie, what'd you say?
Do we know how Tom died? Am I remember?
In the explosion.
He blew up.
That's right. Yeah.
He was getting tacos.
Yeah.
When he came back to his
Right.
building and blew up.
Not just
He
for
was
Tuesday.
so excited about his taco.
He was.
He was.
My heart.
Bye, little one.
Joe will be back.
That's cool.
No!
No.
He took that baby!
Okay,
There
so
are few.
is anyone else gonna go with Owen to the FAC, or is it just him?
I want to see if Cece can meet up with Celestine, and I want to go
Okay, so you're
talk to Celestine, and anybody else who wants to come can.
What's up?
yeah. If you sent what would you have said to Celestine on her Instagram, where she is known to respond?
I would have said, "Hey, heard about the new song. Congratulations. Do you have some time to sit down with me and talk about it?" let's get pink drinks.
Were
Uh,
pink drinks around then?
I don't know what that means.
that's the.
They were
from
around,
Starbucks.
but they were on the secret Starbucks menu. You couldn't just like order it.
Okay, got
I
you.
don't know what that means.
You would not have received a response, and I don't know. Do they have read receipts on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to check.
Oh, I think they do. I don't know if they did then, but I think they do.
Yeah, in 2014.
Probably not.
It's the Wild West.
So if there
I'm
are,
loving how much uncertainty you can sense just from my voice.
Yes.
No video.
They do.
if there are read receipts, there would be no indication that Celestine has read the message. Also, it doesn't look like she's updated in the last 8 o'clock. The last, we'll say like 24 hours or so. The last update came from her around 11 o'clock the night before.
Okay,
been
so this I'm gonna say
Yep.
to Corinne. That raises a red flag for me because Homegirl always has her phone out. Always. She is always attached to it. She is always updated and updating. She may be being held somewhere. Holy shit.
Okay.
Did you guys hear that?
No, what?
Was that your thunder?
There was a big ol' thunder.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh, the wind
Everyone got
dog's
really
away.
concerned.
Oh.
Oh. Thunder, you say?
Well, we never get weather here in California.
It's just hot.
It's so exciting.
Live vicariously through our thunderstorm tonight.
Thunder.
Put your microphone up against the window.
Cinnamon.
That's enough. We can't get copyright.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch out.
That's it.
Anything
Okay.
past like 3 bars.
Okay. How do we find out where Celestine is? Could we call her and see if she answers?
You could. I assume that CC has the phone number.
Can Patrick ping her?
She has locations enabled on her Snapchat.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Okay.
In
Where was
2014.
her last Snapchat taken?
Is that how that works?
They didn't have that in 2014 for sure.
Okay, it is when you open your phone for Snapchat. When you open your phone for Snapchat, it says your location.
In
So
2014?
wherever she is
Oh,
for
it wasn't
that to have
Snap
been
Maps
helpful.
like
I mean,
2018.
could
would've
Patrick
had to open
backhack? Like,
Probably.
assuming that Snapchat is
Hackable.
not
Secure.
actively publishing your location, but is passively just storing it, could Patrick get a hold of it?
Snapchat's
Ooh.
not secure at all. But hold on, didn't Snap Maps just happen like last year?
That's not important.
She probably still has location services on her phone if you don't want to necessarily
Yeah.
just use Snapchat.
Right,
Yeah.
that's fair. I'm just
the
like,
easy way, yes.
She's probably got at least one app she's enabled locations for.
hey Patrick.
What?
Patrick's gone.
Yeah, we're here.
Dead.
Patrick's
Oh,
gonna be
nice.
blessed.
Hey Patrick.
Hey, Babby.
I can see the top
It's
of that
okay,
baby's head.
Cinnamon.
Goodbye, Babby.
Now I can't.
Oh,
It's
Now I see
okay.
the controller.
That's fine.
hi, LMA.
Distraction.
Stoked.
Oh God!
Little fists. She's ready. She's gonna
Oh,
fight.
hi.
He's so
Look at that little person that you made. She's so tiny.
Yeah, she's excited
Hi,
for
Thingy.
Hey, Thingy.
Oh, she's getting ready to eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is she excited?
She's
Yeah,
always
she's
ready
pumped.
to eat.
You see her
She's
little
excited for
face?
the past like
Yes.
hour, but we've been holding her off.
Yes.
She's so cute.
She's stoked.
Hi.
Alex said hi too, Nathan.
Oh, Alex says hi.
The hell?
Pinging says hi, but she really just came to see the baby.
Well,
Oh, that's fine.
Former guest star.
That's totally
Oh,
fine.
wait. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can see here.
After the left side.
okay.
So Patrick, can we track the location of Celestine's
Yes,
phone?
we can.
Yeah.
At
Do we
the
have her
factory.
phone number?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
got her
Cece's
phone
got it.
number, got her Instagram, you name it.
Got her DMs.
Knowing her
Yeah.
Instagram is different than knowing her phone number. That's why.
Got her Snapchat.
I've got her email, which is at yahoo.com, of course.
She's
it's
verified
Twitter.
on Twitter.
We can try to
What's
track
the
her.
thing on Yelp? She's a star reviewer on Yelp.
Use my pineapple and we can intercept some Wi-Fi and track her.
You'll also
Those are
carry
words.
pie.
Yeah, and my ends justify the means.
So,
Because, yeah, he doesn't like people invading other people's privacy.
any weakness tags you want to add?
It's not just invading privacy. We have reason to believe that she might be being held.
Eh,
Kidnapped.
we have circumstantial evidence, well, based on her previous habits,
We-
not based on anything real.
We do
It's true.
deal
It's
with a lot
not.
of
It's
kidnappings.
based purely on opinion.
It's okay. We'll do ends justify the means, so we have, what,
3.
3 power tags.
All right. Well, you want me to report?
8 plus
Plus
3.
What's 11?
11.
Ooh, 11.
11.
Nice.
Okay, so my Google Drive still hasn't loaded because I guess the internet is gone for me. But I know at the very least you're safe from any repercussions from me because it's 10 or above, and you have 3 power tags, so you can ask me 3 questions.
Well, I always have to ask questions.
Mhm.
Can you guys
This
help
game.
me figure out the questions? I'm so bad at questions.
Where is she?
Well, yeah.
Correct.
Are we able to triangulate her position based off her phone number?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Question.
Is it in a place we would expect her to normally be, like a club performing, or
Okay.
her
It's
house?
underground.
To be fair, I'm not going to have used 2 questions from you because that would be cool.
What is the latitude? What is the longitude?
Yeah, you only get 1 at a time. So I guess it's a location downtown. That's, if you Google Maps it, it says Mulberry Studio on the front. The sign looks new.
Okay, we've done Mulberry Club before.
Correct.
Right. We have reason to believe that they are affiliated.
Okay, but the Mulberry Club was owned by the bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it
he's
was
Hey,
Yakuza.
the bad guy.
Oh,
Guy who is Suzuki's
The manager died.
The manager died.
That's it.
Suzuki touched him.
Right.
He's definitely dead.
He died in a car
We
crash.
haven't seen his dead body, but he's definitely dead.
I can guarantee it in the red.
I know what that means.
Do we know who's taking over the Mulberry Club anyway?
Pardon?
Do what?
Do we know who's taking over the Mulberry Club?
We don't
Oh.
yet.
Okay. Okay, what's my third question?
What was your second one? Oh,
The second one was where's her location, and you said it's placed
what was the first one?
first. One was can we find her location?
I put those into 1 question for you because
Oh.
I'm not horrible.
Okay.
Can we find her location? Yes. What
I'm
is
trying to
it?
give it like flavor text of how I was finding her location.
we have her phone, right? That's what you're tracing it
so
off
we
of?
used her phone number to trace it, basically like a police officer would.
Space.
You ask for any activity on the phone,
Faster and
like
above the
keep
law.
calling out.
There you go. Yeah, can we look for cell phone activities? Like, has she been pinging other towers, or
Yeah, she
has she been trying to call out?
She has location services enabled, but she has not been using her phone since 11 o'clock last night when she made her last Instagram post.
Oh.
She's dead.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Whoa.
Okay. It's another question to ask. You guys have any questions? If we can table source this.
Do you have a
She's
bank
still
question
alive.
from like class?
Does she have one of those fancy Samsung phones where you can put your finger over the back and it tells you what your heart rate and stuff is? Because if so, we could find out if she's alive or not.
Biometric data.
If she, only if she'd used it, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to ask that question?
You don't have to. It's fine.
Did I didn't hear what the response was there.
Yeah, we can use that question.
Okay. 11 o'clock, obviously, she used her phone and had biometric activity. We'll say, again, maybe 4 hours later, there was biometric activity. So that'd be like 3 in the morning.
But we haven't seen any signals going out during that.
Right.
Does it have a pedometer? Did it track how many steps she'd taken in those 4 hours?
phone, so it probably is taking
She's
data.
a Runkeeper.
We'll see if the phone.
What'd you say, Joe?
Sorry, I'm just making a slide on Samsung. It's fine. Ignore me.
I didn't say how accurate it would be, Joe. I just wanted to see if the phone moved.
The phone moved. I guess the last activity would have been a little after she had made it to the Mulberry Studios.
Which we assume would have been 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. last night, or would that have been
Sometime
3
between
a.m.?
11 p.m. and 3 a.m. she made it to the Mulberry Studio. At 3 a.m. she had biometric readings at the Mulberry Studio.
Oh,
Okay,
Where to go?
guys, at the Mulberry Studios.
I do know where to go.
Thanks, Patrick.
Nice.
So,
So,
I would say I'm not there.
Cece and I are gonna go to the Mulberry Studios to track down Celestine. Anybody else want to come?
I was gonna say, now that this seems fishy, we might ought to take some more friends.
Is this our only lead on the director?
That's the only lead that you have on the director.
Okay.
Is this a lead on
Wait.
the director?
No, I was
it's
thinking that over. Not the director. That's the only lead that you've got.
At all?
Right. We don't
Not
really.
director
We
specific.
asked the director not to blow up things, and I'm taking it that Avery has not.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We didn't ask per se. Avery said, "Hey, stop that."
Maybe my powers will work over email.
Maybe you'll look out.
We don't
We
know
don't
how
know
your
until we
quirk works
try.
yet, so maybe.
Okay. So the last that I checked, there's some amount of people that include Cece and Corinne that is going to the Mulberry Studios. And then there is, at the very least, Owen that is going to the FAC.
My volunteers tribute.
So that leaves Otto, Avery, and Patrick unaccounted for.
I'll go to the studios.
Oh, I'll go to the studios too. I mean, unless we're abandoning Owen. Avery,
Yeah,
where
Owen
do you
was
want
going
to
to
head?
the.
I don't expect
Morgue,
to be
right?
attacked at the morgue, but we'll see.
We'll see. That's the spirit, Jeff.
What, are you going to the morgue, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going with Alice to see what I can find out about what happened to Tom.
Everybody needs a morgue, buddy.
Okay.
It might be good for the.
What?
Oh, that's fine.
Avery can go to the morgue.
Woo.
Okay.
You can see if it works on dead people.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
up.
God.
Avery's actually a necromancer. Plot twist.
So,
Yeah.
Let's turn evil in season 6.
She's going a little fast for that.
Right?
Not
Weird.
gonna
My
make
name's
it to
actually
season
called
6.
Night King. Weirdly.
Weird.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's start with the people going to the morgue.
Ooh.
You guys will make it back to the FAC, have everything in through processing the boring paperwork stuff that you guys don't have any control over by about 9:30, quarter to 10. Alice is getting prepped. She's got the gloves on. She's got the hairnet. Or
Okay.
how do you call it? You know what I'm saying.
Right.
Cap. Her stocking and her cap.
Yeah. Just ready to go to bed.
For a nice winter's nap.
Yeah.
So she's looking into the blood and guts and viscera.
Just defining.
Yeah.
Just spreads them out on the ground.
Like reading tea leaves. So Alice is investigating the different wounds. She says that it seems that the cause of death would have been blunt force trauma. The explosion knocked him back. He hit his head on the wall or something with plaster. He's got burns and stuff on him, but they look to be reasonably superficial damage. But this head injury here is what killed him. It shook his brain. So, except she says it slightly more professionally than I do, but only slightly.
Shook his brain.
Just, is there anything that I'm supposed to be looking for, or did you guys have any other questions? I'm gonna keep doing processing. It'll take me at least, I don't know. I'll probably be up till midnight doing this.
I guess in your experience, do you have much experience with victims of explosions?
Not really. I mean, I've seen, maybe one.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I didn't know if there's anything identifiable based on either the way that it blew up or the contamination from...
So you're looking for something that would identify the bomb, or are
Right.
you looking... Okay. I personally,
CSI
Alex,
shit.
don't know enough about bomb making, which is great.
Good.
To give you a solid answer, and I guess for her, she probably wouldn't know too much about bomb making either, because her expertise, as she would relay to you, is in people rather than in chemicals and fertilizers. But if you want, she can check and see if how such a bomb was made, if there are any indicators, maybe some kind of a signature, if they perhaps used a clone or something to identify the bomb that would have rubbed off on them. She can dig for that while she's at it.
Okay. I think that's probably of use. She
Okay.
can probably contact the bomb squad people too. They may have
Okay,
more.
yeah. Give me one of the names of the people from the bomb squad. Rosalind? We'll take Rosalind.
I was going to say Alicia.
I think Rosalind was the military one, right?
Probably.
We'll get her.
Rosalind was Team Fiddler.
Team Fiddler?
Yeah.
Oh, then no. It wasn't
Oh,
Alicia
wait.
then?
No.
No, sorry, yeah, Rosalind was Team Jade Gardens.
Yep. Okay, so it's Rosalind that I want.
Okay.
She'll have more experience with explosives. Did you have anything that you were looking for, Avery?
So I have two things that I want to do. One, ask, are there any personal effects on him, pockets or anything like that? Cell phone, things like that.
There happened
just
to
out
be
of
Tom's
curiosity.
cell phone that I could look at.
So she's got Tom in all his glory out on the table. So she goes back.
Saucy.
She goes back. There's a collection of his personal effects that he had on him at the time, or what things that they found. She rifles through the stuff and says, it's kind of it's interesting now that you mention it. It looks like he doesn't have his cell phone or his wallet on him, and I understand that he was using a pseudonym or some kind of an alias while he was at this place, but he doesn't even have any documents matching those on
He
his
bought his
person.
tortillas on credit.
Do what?
He bought his tortillas on credit.
He had exact
I'm
change
good for
cash.
Well, I mean,
yeah. If you're trying to lay low, I mean, there you go. Cash.
All right.
Cash on the tortillas.
All right. And then one other thing, and this is a long shot and a dumb idea. I'm gonna try to convince him to wake up.
okay.
God,
I have this new guy in my
zombie.
team. And I really want to see if I can make it work.
Zombie
wow.
Tom. Shit.
Can I borrow the book so I can
Yeah.
see
If you could make zombies.
how I can answer this question when it gets asked? You're trying to convince him, right?
I'm trying to convince him.
Wow.
I guess.
Are you trying to convince him or his body?
I mean, him. Maybe because he can't he doesn't have auditory function anymore. I can't convince him. Maybe that's it.
Unless he's asleep.
Maybe he's just asleep.
Maybe he's just really, really tired after being blown up.
And dissected.
It is a dead body. Alice can guarantee that much for you.
Her expertise may not be bombs, but she can identify a dead person.
That is her expertise. The dead.
I mean, if it's not convinced, I can try to change the game or something. Because like, I definitely want to try it, but I know I'm not gonna. I realize it's probably gonna be bad.
Okay.
Expose yourself to risk, which is zombies.
I'll probably wind up just giving you information if you're trying to change the game, because again, he's dead. But tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll do my best to answer you.
Avery's trying to make a zombie.
This is just me like going up to him and be like, "Wake up!"
Okay. Go ahead and
then
roll, I guess.
So I'll use Charm Men, but I'm also gonna counteract that with struggling to turn it off because I feel like that's really appropriate here
Okay.
Ah,
for my
Thus
weakness
invoking
tag.
a weakness
so-
tag. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's not gonna be high. That's a 6, so I counteracted.
+2 or minus? Oh, +1, -1.
No, yeah.
Stop.
Okay, so it obviously doesn't work, and we'll see to the extent that it doesn't work briefly, I'm sure. Because I do technically get to make a hard move when that happens, and it's happening, but I just won't say it yet.
oh no.
All right.
But Tom is
on that note,
What?
oh, I'm just saying. I also I have 3 attention on my subversion now, so I'm gonna try to figure out what that means.
Congrats!
Yay!
Keep me posted.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay. We'll use this opportunity to flash over to Team Mulberry Studio. It's like a 4-story building. The building itself isn't new, but it looks like it recently got a new paint job and a new sign. All of the effects on it are new. You get the impression that it was a building that has been repurposed. What with the acquisition of the Mulberry brand by the Yakuza. It's late. You can see that there are lights on, but the door is shut.
Okay.
It looks like it's got a slot for like a card reader on the front door. And a bell to ring.
Kind of want to ring the bell.
Do what?
I said I kind of want to ring the bell.
Yeah, you can ring the bell.
Right? I'll like ding dong ditch them, maybe. Nah, I just want to ring the bell.
You're a cop. You can ring the bell.
I'm a cop. I
You've
can
got
ring the bell. You can
enough
ring the
reason to be there just by being there.
bell. Cece, are you over here?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna ring the doorbell.
Okay, well you ring the
I can be
doorbell.
invisible. Be invisible.
Oh,
It's
Patrick
always
could
good.
be invisible and ring the doorbell.
You guys are the best. Okay, so help me out. Help me to understand what is happening here.
Okay.
Corinne is approaching the door to ring the doorbell. Patrick is going to make a sneak around move, and then attempt to sneak around invisibly with Corinne.
If
At the
Patrick
door.
is going to invisibly ring the doorbell, then Corinne is gonna
Oh, is that what's happening?
maybe.
Or is Patrick slipping inside? Is it the old 1-2?
That's what I had expected.
That's what you guys did at Emma's.
Okay, yeah, hold on. We need to formulate a plan
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
And in the meantime, you do also still have Otto and Cece, right?
Deadly
Yeah.
swoop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deadly swoop.
Okay, guys.
Deadly swoop is the new flashbang.
Okay, so we're gonna ring the doorbell, and then what? Then Patrick's gonna.
We're gonna
sneak
try and let Patrick
inside
slip
and
inside, right?
Be invisible. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I dig it.
Okay. What are Otto and Cece doing at the time?
Yeah. What are Otto and Cece doing at the time?
Watching.
Is there
Yeah,
a
I mean,
backdoor
I
to
can.
Mulberry Records?
Do what?
Is there a back door to Mulberry Records?
Oh, probably. If it's
Yeah.
gonna be the code.
It'll be around the back though. You can't you'd have to slip down an alley and there's some fences and stuff, or you could go around
Okay.
the whole thing. It's a big walk.
Are there any trees or other nearby buildings of a similar size?
Plenty of buildings of similar size. The trees are a little bit away from they're up past the sidewalk, so you wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're
I'd like to reconnaissance from above if I'm not needed to help.
Ring the bell.
Sure. Yeah. do
okay.
it.
Yeah, I don't know if Cece, if you want to also reconnaissance from above, you are welcome to.
Okay.
Cece's
Cool.
Was
very
that her
concerned.
like
I
afraid of heights?
I mean, just
Oh, is
not
Cece
digging it.
afraid of heights?
Not afraid of it, but just not like
She likes to be
super
close to the
into
ocean.
it.
Okay.
She has respect for
Not super.
Respecting heights.
I see.
Respecting height.
Or like you mean it, Jeff.
very loud.
Yeah.
Welcome to our ASMR beer tap.
Okay, so do you
We're
want to
sponsored by
like
beer.
make an investigate roll if you're trying to run reconnaissance?
Sure.
Okay, and tell me what exactly are you doing?
Reconnoitering.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's just try to keep an eye on the area and see if there's any non-traditional doorbell answering methods, like if someone goes out the back or if people inside start moving around weirdly.
Okay.
Non-traditional doorbell answering method.
Yep, I'm gonna write that.
I'm going to use my keen eye and my hidden vantage point power tags.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, and that is a 6.
With both?
Excellent.
Yeah, 4 plus 2 to get my 6 total, so I can see really well.
Oh, yikes.
We'll put a pin in that for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Down on ground level.
Yep.
You're gonna ring the doorbell.
Yep, I'm
and,
gonna ring the doorbell and try
Okay.
and just stall the hell out of anybody who answers.
Allyson, Patrick, can you make a sneaking around roll?
Yes.
2 seconds.
My
Take
substitute
your time.
roller.
Empty couch, can you make a roll?
Well, you see,
Ooh,
Patrick's
it's a 7.
see.
What's the caption goes?
All right, make a sneak around roll.
What do you have?
I've got my invisibility power tag. That's about it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Come on, big money.
Oof.
Oh no, it's a 6.
Oh no, guys!
Okay. Loving this.
And-
This is
No,
great.
This
Um,
is not great. This
Patrick.
is terrible.
So you go ahead.
We'll put air
Patrick
quotes around
approaches
invisible.
the door completely invisibly.
Can I like cause a distraction? I guess that's what I'm doing by ringing the door.
That's the goal, right?
right?
Well-
I'm being
Patrick is invisible right now.
sure.
It's his power.
Do I have to like?
Nothing could go wrong.
That's fair, I guess.
He can't be seen. Nothing could go wrong here.
But just like
No one could see him.
No one will
Susan,
ever see.
But if the
Go.
whole point is that I'm supposed to like ring the doorbell and stall for time when they open it to give Patrick time and like ideally even let the person like come through the door and
Sure.
leave the door open behind them,
Ideally.
then can I like
It's gonna be a poor
roll to be
security
a
guard again.
distraction?
Do what?
Can I like roll to be a distraction or something?
Not yet.
Okay,
He can't
fine.
assist yet.
Alright.
He hasn't failed yet.
Nothing
He's
has happened.
invisible.
Everything is fine. I don't know what
Everything's
you guys
going
are
according to
panicking
plan.
about.
He's definitely invisible.
Getting very nervous.
He is definitely invisible. I can guarantee
Getting
that.
very
Can't
nervous.
see him at all.
Everything is
not a
fine.
lick.
Everything is fine. I don't see a floating backpack at all.
All of Patrick is invisible.
Very nervous right now.
So you ring the doorbell.
What?
Do what?
I said it's okay. You don't know that I failed.
Right.
There you go.
True, I guess.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Everything was going great. I had some random names generated, and then I got a pop-up.
Oh no.
Okay. So someone comes up to the front door and looks at you and like shrugs, like as if to ask you through the glass, "What do you need? What do you want?"
I'm gonna like overly pantomime and be like, "Hey, can I come in?"
Why don't you roll to convince?
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yay!
Let's see. Do I have power tags for this?
I don't know. I do know that you have one power tag that may or may not be handy in a second.
Oh no. I'm gonna call my power tag "Make Them Attack Me" and call it that I'm like really good at being annoying.
Okay. So you got a +1 on your convince.
It's a 6, so I have 7.
Which is a passing roll.
I'm
Mostly.
convincing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So let me make sure
Hey.
that I'm not breaking the rules.
I'm looking for my friend Celestine. Is she here? I don't know where she is.
So the guy opens the door.
Oh,
because
jeez.
He's having difficulty. Pardon me. Is that a woman opening the door?
Oh.
Yep. So the woman opens the door. She's having difficulty hearing you through the glass. It's only open like arm's distance. You could probably slip underneath her if you were, say, shorter than her,
Sure.
which wouldn't be too difficult. And she says, "I'm not understanding. What are you saying? What do you want? You're trying to get inside, but we're closed. We close at 5.
But I know I'm not like trying to do business and whatever. I'm looking for my friend Celestine, and she's not answering her phone, and I just thought maybe she'd be here. I know you guys have that record that's coming out that she's working on tomorrow, right? And so I just thought maybe she'd be here, like putting some last minute touches or like maybe partying. I don't know. I'm looking for my friend Celestine, and I can't find her. And I thought maybe she'd be here. I looked like at her house, and I looked at like Boba Fett. She hangs out there all the time. And even Starbucks, which, like, did you know that Starbucks stays open super late? I had no idea. But
Very convincing. You're gonna have to stop.
Am I to No, I was going to let her go forever. Am I to understand that this is the opportunity for Patrick to slip through?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
We'll assume that Patrick is present, progressive, and invisibly slipping through.
Yeah.
Definitely invisible.
Okay, yes.
Definitely invisible.
Totally.
Totally invisible.
This is the
Nobody
moment.
can see.
This is the
This
time.
is it.
If there were any time to be invisible, it would be now.
This would be it. Okay, so
Oh gosh.
she says, "Look, I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm just wearing like a white shirt, but we're contracted security. I don't have any affiliation with the record label. I don't know who your Celestine is. I don't know what I can like put in a page if it's really important, but I will have to ask you to stay out here."
That'd be great if you could page her. I guess she's like my height, or maybe just like a little bit shorter, and she's got like really long
Who should I
hair
tell
and
is looking for?
Cece.
Okay.
Nice.
Right.
Under the bus.
She'll know me. We're
Okay.
like this. We're best friends. We all over Instagram together all the time. It's
all right,
great.
I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you. I'll be
Closes the
here.
door.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, was all of this Corinne attempting to be Cece?
Yes, I believe it was.
Oh, that's good.
Uncanny.
You see her go back, like if you peer through, and she won't scream if you do. If you peer through, she's just walking back to her desk, which is like past where the reception would normally be.
Okay.
Maybe during the day they've got a receptionist out front, and during the night they've got Astrid sitting there
Her
at the
name's
desk.
Astrid. Good.
So she goes back and she gets on the phone, and you can't hear her because the glass is thick or whatever. But what you can see is Patrick's glamour wearing off.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I don't think that Patrick would yet notice.
Oh no. Oh no.
2 in the zone. But where are you going? Yeah, Patrick.
Straight to jail.
Aside from straight to jail.
Can't go straight to jail. I'm the police.
Given our history of where we have found people that we were looking for, I'm gonna look for like a hidden room / basement.
Okay.
Smart.
So you're not gonna follow Astrid to her desk?
Wise.
And you're not gonna let us in?
Nah, she's invisible. She can't let you in.
Oh, I was supposed to go look for the.
Oh,
Yeah, that would
okay.
draw
Yeah.
attention if she heard the door open.
Oh yeah.
This is fun.
So we'll say that you walk past Astrid's watchful eye and down towards. There's an elevator in the back, and then there's a stairwell next to it. The stairs go down as well as up, like stairs do.
Sure.
These stairs
Wait,
only
that
work
same
going
set of
up.
stairs, or is there one set going
There's
up and
a,
one? Okay.
you walk into the you open the door that is marked stairs, and there's stairs going up and stairs
Okay.
going
I
down.
thought you were explaining that stairs
Stairs
can be used
no.
in both directions.
I am not doing that.
You
It
We're
is
at the
understood.
bottom. You could
Up
go
the
up
door.
these stairs, but you're at the top, so you can go down
No,
these stairs.
there's options for up and down, and I believe she said she would be going downstairs rather than
Down.
Okay. Okay, so we'll put a pin in that briefly, and then return to what all Otto can see.
Ah.
Are you carrying CC? Speaking of,
Uh-huh.
No, we were landing on a building.
Yes. No.
No.
say that again, Nathan.
Landing on a building. I mean, I don't want to hover there in space, but
Okay, so you're landing on a building.
yeah.
Okay. So you set foot down on the we'll say on the building on the top floor, only to discover that like you make a thud when you touch down, and when you look
Okay.
down, you realize that you have set foot on a skylight.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's dark outside, but as you look down to investigate the source of the thudding noise, you do see one person sitting at their desk, slowly pan to turn up and look at you, and they seem confused. And now I've lost my. Oh, there we go. Everything's fine.
Did he land on this building or an adjacent building?
Was it this building or an adjacent building?
I mean, I was gonna try to land on an adjacent one.
That's
but
fine. We can have that.
That's better. That's so good.
But
I
it's
mean-
not Astrid who's seeing up through those floors.
3 floors or whatever.
Right. This only seems marginally better, but
Spotted by a guard, but not the
Is
guard.
his phone ringing? Oh, I bet it's neighbor upstairs. Never mind.
That's not me.
What's up?
Someone's phone is ringing. No one. None of us, I don't think.
None of us on this plane.
Yeah. So you do still land on a skylight, and it is still a person working at a desk, but it is not at the Mulberry studio. They reach over to their phone and pick it up, and you can assume what 3-number telephone number they're dialing.
Oh no!
sure. Yeah.
No!
I hope Corinne gets a phone call.
No!
Gets dispatched to the adjacent building.
I mean,
All units in the area.
I'll
What? No, I'm not. Nope.
no,
I'm busy.
but I mean, the guy's dialing, right?
Yep.
Cool. Cool.
Good news is you can easily not be on this building anymore.
Well, right, but I don't want to just like fly away as the guy's staring at me. He called. But
What if-
yes,
It's just the one guy that we can see,
There's only the one guy that you can see.
and that's on an adjacent building.
On an adjacent building, do you want it to be the building to the left or the right, Nathan?
Doesn't matter.
In the grand scheme of things, it
To the
doesn't
right.
matter. Do what?
Oh, I just chose to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your response?
I'm just gonna walk off
Is
the
there-
skylight.
Good.
Is he sipping a frosty beverage?
I don't believe he is.
Is there a water cooler nearby?
Absolutely.
Gonna knock the phone out of his hand.
Uses
I'm gonna
beverages.
attempt to to bend it through a skylight. I don't know that she's ever tried to do that before.
Nice.
Are you up? You're up there with Otto?
Aren't I?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
have been.
That's
Yeah,
what
I thought I
we
went with
decided.
Okay.
So that's gonna be my
They
best
both
bet.
went
I
up there, but Otto dropped her
guess
off.
we'll get
whenever
changed
they
the
went.
game.
I would think change the game.
All right. I will go. Ooh. Okay. That's an 11,
Woo!
Hey.
and that's without pluses.
Nice.
I
Do
guess
you have
I'm
any
gonna have the
pluses?
water bended thing to make it a 12.
Nice.
Okay, that's good.
So hopefully I break it.
Let's see.
Break
My
it.
Break the game,
computer's
not the
been
skylight.
loading kind of slowly, so give me a second while I
Or
see
that
what
man.
that means.
Yeah, sure.
Break that man.
Yeah, the phone, not the skylight. Please and thank you.
Key on change the game. You got a 10 plus. Juices. How many tags did you use?
One.
One?
Just the one.
Okay. Do you want to...
Fives.
Okay, so your options here changing the game are to create a story tag, to burn a power/story tag, or to give or reduce a status. You've got two things from these three that you can choose. One of the things
Okay.
that you could do, right now there is a story tag of him trying to call, and we can interpret that however we want. So if you wanted to, you could destroy the phone. Or you could give him a status of 2 of something if you're trying to, like, concuss him with water.
Mhm.
Status of 2 drowned.
Hydroconcussed. Hydroblasted.
Shit.
So,
Hydrophobic.
Can you read those 3 to me again? And I gotta pick 2, right?
yes, you can create
Okay.
a story tag, you can destroy a story tag, or you can give or reduce a status.
Okay, I think I'm gonna destroy the story tag of he's calling the Popo.
Okay. So you're
I
destroying the
wanna-
phone.
Give a status of... I guess I just want to knock him out, because I can't think of any other way that he wouldn't stop calling the police. And if
That-
water is now flying through the air and taking a phone from him, I feel like that would be more problematic instead of, like, that would make him call the police more. So I'm going to go
Make
with...
him call the police harder.
Man landed
I'm
on my
gonna go
building
with-
and my beer attacked me.
story tag, right?
Maybe you should put down your beer.
Right? You're on the job.
Okay.
Water's
Absolutely.
being mean to me.
Anyway.
Anyway, so I'm gonna do a story. I'm gonna destroy a story tag, and I'm going to, I guess, knock him out.
Okay, so you fling the water. How does it look when the water destroys
How
the
does
phone?
what?
How does it look?
What's the camera
So
see?
what I'm kind of picturing is that she is overshooting it a little bit, because she's never tried to do that, like, through another surface before.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take it that it's like, a desk phone that he's picking up or something like that. And she's gonna try and fling water at it so hard that the phone knocks him in the head. And, like, it's the whole set. It's not just the headset, like, and receiver. It is the entire phone that, like, hits him in the head, and that is enough to concuss him.
Okay.
And she's gonna feel really bad about it. Oh, no.
Okay, so you fling the water at him. The phone smashes into his head. Smashes is the operative word because it both destroys the receiver against his head and knocks him out. So he will not be completing the call as dialed.
Oh my god, Otto! Can you see down there? Is he bleeding?
Yeah.
Is he bleeding?
Oh,
I mean, maybe.
geez.
That's
Yeah.
Like a little?
Only-
Like,
only a
is this
little.
like concussed head wound, or is this like scrape on the elbow?
This is like
That's
concussed
what I
head
wanna
wound,
know.
but I don't think you'll have serious long-term brain damage.
I shook his brain a little bit.
Head wounds
not to
bleed
death.
a lot.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's,
I mean, best case scenario, they send an ambulance because none of the other line cleans
You know
itself
what?
up.
You know what? I bet you that's exactly what's gonna happen, and he's gonna be fine.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's only a status of
Yeah.
2.
Great.
So.
Everything's gonna be fine.
how high is dead?
6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
only a third of the way to
Yeah.
dead.
Maybe it's logarithmic.
Could
Maybe
be
it's not
worse.
even that close.
Okay, so we'll
Exponential.
cut back down to Corinne. You see that Patrick is passing through the door. Excuse me. You see Patrick come back into vision.
Okay.
Do you have a response to that?
Is he imminently going to pass by anyone that could see him?
Not as far as you could tell. He went through a door.
Oh. Oh.
Can I?
You want to call him?
I wanted to text him, but ooh, sketch. Very dangerous, very risky. Patrick, keep his phone on
He
vibrate,
doesn't strike me as the type to have a cute ringtone.
right? Like, he probably keeps his phone on vibrate.
Yeah. 2014 vibrates, though, were still kind of loud.
That's true.
Just so you are aware, like, it is a risk in my book, but it's up to you.
Ooh.
I'll let you dwell on that while I go to the bathroom. I'll
Good
be
luck,
back.
sir.
Okay, I also.
Okay, if Alex is going.
Yep, I'm
Bye.
also in need of a.
Bye, everyone.
Potty break.
It'll just be me.
Take 10.
Be me and Susan for now. And then it'll be
I have to get more water.
Good luck.
I have to pee.
So it's the Owen show.
Man, this morgue sure is cold.
Oh man, I hate it when the morgue is cold.
It's probably better than like the alternative of a hot morgue. Hanging out with Avery. Oh, I can do sponsors. My beer, which you can see is this lovely dark color here, is from Wasatch Brewery in Utah. It is their Polygamy Nitro Porter. And it says, Polygamy Nitro Porter. She's on nitro. Meet the sister wife of our classic brew. This nitrogenated version is as chocolatey and easy drinking as the original, but even softer and creamier. It's okay to love them both.
Are you really the only one here in your reading beer cans?
Yeah.
Nice.
We
So-
are also sponsored by... Oh, you didn't see us eat on the stream.
We are
Catch that,
sponsored
dude.
by chicken.
Yeah, we had
Big chicken.
buttermilk chicken, courtesy of Sami Nosrat's cookbook, Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. She also has a Netflix special. She was also featured on an episode of The Cut on Tuesdays, which is a podcast. She seems like a cool lady,
I would at least eat the food that she makes.
right?
When you put both headphones in, can you hear yourself normally?
Not normally.
Yeah, okay. Isn't it weird?
It is weird.
It's disquieting.
It is.
I look forward to, in the future, for next season, having a laptop that fucking works.
We're not currently sponsored by laptops.
No,
I'd like to change
if you
that.
want to change that, you hit me up. If you're not a fan of the current bit rate, like, let's talk.
Let's do business.
I'll be a little bit stricter about the rules.
I forgot that my mom got me mochi.
Oh, congrats,
She got you
Mochi,
mochi.
the
Hell
little
yeah.
pink monster from Monster Rancher.
We needed you the other day. I was trying to think of what Suezo's name was. Yeah. But we got it.
Oh,
obviously.
good, obviously. You must have.
The internet, if you haven't played Monster Rancher, any of them, do at least one of them. Oh god. She was serious about that mochi. Oh good. Okay.
Every time that happens, the way that I have OBS set up, it captures screen bits from programs that I've got up, and so my Discord has a picture here and a picture here and a picture here and a picture here and a picture here.
Right.
So when someone
It's in a
closes their
bind.
window, it reorganizes it so that there's just 4 images,
Oh.
and that completely fucks everything up.
Hello, Nathan's tummy.
Hey, Nathan.
Come here.
He can't hear us. He's in the dark times. Hello, Allyson. Hey, Nathan.
Hi.
Oh,
Careful,
Sorry.
I'm
Allyson.
not muted.
Didn't mean to show you my butt.
It's like a PowerPoint presentation for what it's worth, so it wasn't like full motion video.
PowerPoint butt.
Yeah.
Sounds
I don't
good.
know if that's better or worse for you. But
Whose butt?
Allison's
Allison.
Oh.
butt. We got Nathan's tummy and not like exposed tummy, but like and not exposed
Nothing has
butt
been
for,
exposed.
for what it's worth.
I've got shorts on.
We're good. I haven't violated Twitch's TOS yet.
Yeah, no one's asleep on stream. We're okay.
We're all playing a game.
That's right.
Okay, so that's mostly everyone back. Is Joe around or dead to us?
Is he with us?
He's listening on Twitch, but he's putting LMA to bed.
That's
Okay.
fine. We'll rope him in as we
Good
need
night,
him.
LMA.
Night, LMA.
Good night.
Good night.
So we'll go ahead and we'll continue. Susie / Corinne, what was your play when you saw that Patrick was visible?
Call him. It'll be funny.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Call him, even text
I
him.
think
Just
I
pound on
have
the
to
glass.
send him a text message because, like,
Okay.
if I succeed, it'll be great, and if I don't, it'll be entertaining.
Okay.
Is he already downstairs?
He just has vanished beyond the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Past Astrid.
Past Astrid. Astrid can no
Just
longer
pound
see
on the
him.
glass. You could. I guess
Well, I
your
don't-
options are call Patrick to let him know he's less than invisible, or to like try and re-get Astrid's attention.
Right. I mean, Patrick at this point is
Small
already
wrist.
yeah, it smells
Past
like candy
Astrid.
apples.
It's true. I can vouch.
Patrick is already past Astrid, so unless Astrid gets up and
Astrid.
goes to go down the stairs, then there's not any real danger of her seeing Patrick, but I don't know
Correct.
who else is there.
Correct.
So I think what I have to do is text Patrick and hope that I roll really high and that nobody hears his buzz.
I don't know that it's necessarily a thing.
You don't think I need to roll for that?
You can make the argument that you're trying to change the game. You can roll for that.
I am
can see
trying
that.
to change the game
Sure.
because otherwise Patrick is visible.
Well, he's
Uh,
definitely visible now.
Certainly visible.
So I'm gonna go
Depends
with
on whether he's not
great
spottable.
reflexes because I did notice very
Okay.
quickly that Patrick
Notice.
was visible and gonna text him real fast.
Okay.
And also that I'm compassionate
Just
because
texting
I don't want
reflexes.
him to die.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm calling and I'm claiming 2 power tags.
You're calling or texting?
I'm texting Patrick.
Okay.
I'm claiming those 2 power tags. Texting Patrick. Oh god, here we go. Okay.
You're good. Totally fine.
6
Nice.
plus
Plus
2 is 8.
Nice.
What
in,
up?
That's in the threshold.
Okay. It's not
Um,
terrible.
So go ahead. You've got you're creating a story tag, I assume, and you're trying to warn him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna text Patrick, check your thing, I can see you.
Check your thing.
Check your thing, I can see you.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so you do get the text as mentioned. Your phone is set to vibrate, but you catch it on the first vibrate before anything bad happens while you're still in the stairwell.
Okay.
So, what does that
Yes.
mean for Patrick? Just out of curiosity, check your thing. You're visible.
I think he looks down at his pants and
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
does one of those.
It's like the opposite of that dream where you're not wearing pants.
The dream where you are wearing pants.
Oh no, I can see my pants!
Definitely got pants on. It's good.
Shit.
Okay. So your
it's not
pants are visible
She's
along
fine.
with the rest of you, as you well know, and you didn't before.
She's bad.
There is a door downstairs that seems to have some something behind it. You can hear someone muttering to themselves every now and then
Behind the door?
Mhm.
behind the door. This door is not soundproof or thick or glass or anything. It's just a little door. little wooden door. You can hear someone clearly talking, not with any sense of urgency, on the other side. Maybe some faint music noises, but not music, if that makes any sense.
Music.
No, not music. Like a chop of a song. Yeah. So there's that. But you're still in the stairwell. What is your game plan?
Maybe I'll go towards the mutterings just to see who is doing it.
Okay.
Kind of see what I'm dealing with, sort of thing. Scope it out.
Okay. So you're leaning against the door to try and hear inside, or are you like cracking it open and peering in, or what's the game?
Yeah, I'll try and crack it open and see.
Okay. So you crack it open, and you see inside a late 20-something guy.
Would you say he's 27?
I would say that he might be 27, but
Oh
we
man,
can't
he's fixing
confirm.
to die.
Yeah, any second now. He's got headphones on, but around his neck, and he's playing the music through speakers. He's sitting there like hunched over, clicking. He's got like a mildly irritated look on his face.
Okay, but does it look like he's in one of those like studio recording rooms?
Not a recording room per se, but it does. How familiar is
Mixing
Patrick with digital audio workstations?
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Alex?
I'll close the door.
Okay.
I'll close that door and continue to look around the rest of the basement.
Okay. Team upstairs and dealing with the police, but not the police. What are you at?
Is that me?
Is there
An auto CC?
is there anything that we see like through the windows of the building?
While you're looking around, you could probably find a window that you could jimmy open. Are we talking about? Okay, so while you're on that building to the right of.
Purely talking.
Go ahead.
Just talking purely the recon side of things, like from the building that we're on, peering into Mulberry Records. Like, is there anything that we can see through the windows? Any activity? If not, then yeah, we'll probably try and jimmy window.
You don't see any activity, which is to say you don't see anyone in the windows above the first floor.
We have the same things.
There is a window that is ajar.
From California.
A window that is what?
Ajar?
Precisely.
Like, open?
Yeah.
Rad. All right, Otto, that looks like our way in. Do you want to go get Kren?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want to go in and then I'll grab Corinne?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Cool. Do I need to make a check to shuttle people?
No, that's fine. You can just have carried them up. I don't see that as being a terribly difficult thing. So you're taking Corinne and CC through the window, and then going through yourself, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Astrid can't see where I am out the window, right?
If
She's not,
you
like,
moved out of
watching
the
me.
way when Otto went to pick you up, then no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Astrid walks back to the door to look to see if anyone's still out there, and then shrugs and then goes back to her desk.
Nice.
I don't mind Astrid; she's all right with me.
She seems cool.
So what is you guys' plan? The layout you see like an office space, with a elevator in the back with the stairwell next to it. We'll say it was the third floor that was ajar, so you could go up the stairs or down.
Do we hear anything?
No, it's dead silent up there.
Oh, spooky.
Huh. Oh.
Damn it!
Susan dropped her pencil.
For
It's
like
okay.
the second
Oh.
time in as many minutes.
Um,
Second minutes.
Yeah.
is there a directory by the elevator?
Yeah.
Nice. I guess.
The first floor would be the, what do you call welcoming
Reception.
reception?
Like
I called
the
it
lobby?
reception earlier.
You did.
Yeah.
You said
Reception and lobby.
receptionist.
Second floor is we're gonna say advertising. Third floor is not economist. Help me. I forgot all the
finance?
words.
Sales.
Finance. Fourth floor is like executive offices,
Okay.
And that's where we are.
and then basement is mixing and mastering. Third floor is finance. That's where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mixing and mastering is probably where we should head, unless we want to go into a boss fight in the executive levels. Which
Right?
mean,
I was
well-
like, although the executive offices do sound pretty rad.
I
You
mean,
should go to finance.
if we're trying, well,
Just stay here.
no one wants to go to finance.
right, is our primary goal to stop the song from going out, or is it to find Celestine?
Well, our primary goal is going to be to stop that song from going out. That's going to kill a ton of people, but we do need to find Celestine, yeah.
I mean,
Are we in the wrong place to stop the song from going out?
right?
could
Is
be.
there like an executive self-destruct button for the release?
We could
Would,
find
Yeah.
out.
would the executive self-destruct blow up the executives?
Yes.
No, it blows up the airwaves that are carrying the
Oh,
music
okay. Got it.
in the sky.
Sure, definitely.
Prevents the Spotify upload.
Right.
Cuts off the internet.
No more.
Right, we just unplug the Ethernet cable, right? That's
That's all it takes.
That's right. Yep.
Suzuki
the
shuts
internet's down.
Yep.
Well, we do know it's being mixed and mastered from that from like earlier
Twitter post.
knowledge,
Right.
not just from
Yes.
Patrick going in and seeing that guy. So,
Right.
yeah, I'd say mixing and mastering because that's what we know is happening.
Yeah.
Do they have like is master copying like or is mastering like creating whenever like a game goes gold and they have the thing that actually gets copied to all the rest of the things? Is that the same for mastering? I don't know what mastering means.
So EQing is where you're trying to filter out all of the
Grossness.
lows and the highs
Sure.
to make it sound like you want it to. Mastering is that same process, but you're trying to produce the track proper. So you're adding all the effects and you're making sure that it sounds appropriate, and then you're going to export it likely onto some manner of disc,
Right.
and then they take it to the radio station or wherever they're going to.
Okay.
Yep.
So you need to get rid of the files where it's correctly mastered as well as whatever hard copy they have. Okay.
Sounds like a time to spill some water on a laptop, CC.
Whoop.
I would be livid.
No,
Oops.
sorry, bro. Well, the other thing I'm thinking is the song is about selling out. We didn't find any lyrics or anything, did we?
The only thing that you have is a little blurb that they said was about selling out and joining a record label, working for a record label.
Selling out and working for a record label.
So I guess strictly speaking, we don't know that like people will die. They might also be trying to like convince everyone to work for the Yakuza or some other.
Yeah,
like,
that's-
Buy Yakuza products.
yeah.
That's where my
Rent
brain was
Yakuza
going because I
houses.
was like, whoa, hold.
Smoke.
Smoke. Get cool dragon tattoos.
Yep.
We should pretty much let it go live because that sounds rad.
Worst case scenario, everybody has a cool dragon tattoo.
Oh no! Whatever will we do?
Smoke lots of cigarettes. They do smoke a lot. That's a good point. Yakuza.
Yeah. So I
Japanese
guess
people.
we're gonna head down the stairs then.
Japanese business people.
Okay. Patrick, have you just been chilling near the door the whole time?
No, I wanted to explore the rest of the basement.
Okay, let's cover that before they get downstairs.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's the door to the mixing and mastering. It's labeled. There's a men's room and a women's room. Yeah, both of those are down there. And I guess there's like an out to parking.
In the basement?
Yeah. They got a little garage in the back.
He's committed.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Maybe there's a ramp. You haven't been out there.
Sure, I haven't.
So any of those sound enticing to you?
You want to check out the
Not really.
bathrooms?
I'd like to look
No,
in the
he'll
women's
probably-
bathroom to see if Celestine is in there.
Just hidden in the garage.
Yeah, no, he'll probably just start trying to head back up the stairs.
Okay. Are you gonna
Like your
keep going
invisibility.
past the first floor up to the floors above, or
No, I'll probably just get to the main floor and then, like, I don't know. Probably head to the back, because that's where he knew Otto and Cece were.
okay? So you're trying to meet up with them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'll do that.
Then we'll pick up there. You guys have all been snooping around. It's maybe like half to midnight. Yeah, this is great. This is good. So you guys have all met up and are near each other at the first floor, behind in the stairwell.
Okay, cool.
I'll be right back. Assume I'm with the group, though, in terms
Okay.
of everything we're doing.
I was gonna ask Patrick what he found.
Do what?
Corinne was gonna ask Patrick what he found.
Patrick would relay that he saw someone mastering, working on a digital audio workstation in the room marked mastering, that there was a bathroom for a men's and a women's bathroom, and then exit to the garage.
I guess it'd be too much to ask for that guy to be mastering this particular song. Or would it?
I don't think it would.
I don't think it would.
I don't know, but we're gonna have to find out, or I don't know. I'm starting to vibe that maybe Celeste's not here.
Well,
Maybe she's in the executive office.
then, yeah.
The room is so. From what I understood, when Patrick was trying to look in, he only opened the door a crack, and so was only granted limited information about what all was in the room. The room is bigger than Patrick was able to see, but the interesting part to him was the guy sitting at the computer.
Celestine might be down in that room.
Or she might be in the garage, or she might be on the ramp.
Could be in
She's
the bathroom.
She could be in the bathroom. There's a men's and a women's.
Oh,
Sure. She could be in both.
wow.
Probably not at the same time.
Could be.
Hopefully not at the same time.
Okay, I think, clearly, I think our main objective has moved from Celestine's been kidnapped to we have to stop that song from going out.
Or at least check it out.
Or at least, yeah, listen to it.
Maybe not.
Maybe not listen
Directly.
to it.
Maybe find the lyric sheet.
Do they have a lyric sheet yet?
I didn't write lyrics for this song.
Well, I guess that's our answer, isn't
Sounds
it?
like your problem.
Don't make me come up with a whole song on this. How does it sound, Alex?
Could you
Can
tell
you
us,
sing a few parts?
like, what the song could do to people if we let it hit the airwaves?
I mean, you could probably assume,
If we found
Based on
the
the lyrics.
based
Yeah.
on the lyrics and what you know about the people who are making the song.
Yeah. Are they? I mean, like, are they gonna die or are they gonna?
The song's about selling out and
These-
joining the record label.
They want everybody to join the Yakuza.
Yeah. And do you remember the?
Viva la Voyage.
No. Do you remember?
No.
No?
He's
Simpsons.
on it.
I remember.
Maddie remembers.
I don't remember.
I do
It was
remember.
a Simpsons episode. It was join the Navy, but backwards.
Do you remember at the Mulberry Club when you were singing the song, or not you, when Celestine was singing the song, who all was hit with it?
Us.
Yes.
Oh, crap. Out of the group?
No.
Oh, okay.
In
Special
general.
people.
Okay, cool. We're all on the same
Differently
page.
abled. Yeah.
Supers.
So
The haves.
Metas.
we do have to stop that song from going out, though.
Enhanced.
So, all in favor of going downstairs and spilling some water on a computer?
Hi.
Alright, friends,
Cool.
let's roll.
That's
Patrick agrees.
quorum. Okay. So what is you guys' plan? You're at the door. From what all that Patrick knows that he has seen is the one guy at the computer.
But we haven't seen the whole room, so we don't know how many, guards or other people might be in that room.
Is there a door? Keyhole?
Is there a way that we can, peek in that room and
You can
see the
open
whole
it,
room without being seen?
That's a little bit difficult. Yeah.
Can CC form water into what is essentially a fiber optic cable? We can...
I don't think water
I
would
doubt it.
Hey, it's...
Rad. That actually happens at my next level up.
okay.
The fiber optic tendrils.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That I can see
Remote
through.
viewing.
Remote viewing. Oh, Lord.
Condense water droplets into lenses.
Into the air vent.
The air vent. Is there an air vent we can climb
Of
in?
course there's
I
an
can
air
assume there's an air vent, yeah.
Is it large enough for people to be inside?
I mean, if you were small enough, sure. Probably
Oh,
not
hell
just
yeah.
plural person.
Is CC tiny?
vent. Excited.
I don't know. Is Corinne tiny?
No, Corinne's tall.
She's beefy. She does all that
Yeah,
Krav Maga.
She's tall and slightly buff.
The Shillabao arms.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You could try it.
Nathan, did you?
She'll do it, but she'll have disadvantage. What with the one arm and all.
That's good
Yeah.
television, though.
Uh-huh.
You can make a
You'll be
phantom
fine.
limb.
I mean, yeah, she can't. Yeah.
I suppose.
That was one of the really cool things I wanted to do regarding that.
There might just happen to be a vent right above the guy's workstation, and you could just drop your phantom limb onto his workstation and destroy the whole thing.
List
Make him
bloosh.
scream.
Okay. All right. I guess if nobody else wants to, I will definitely make an attempt to see in the room farther. And if the way it's gonna happen is air vents, so be it.
Okay,
The
so
way
you're
it's
gonna
happen is air
you're
vents.
gonna try and investigate using the air
Yep.
vents as a source.
Yep.
I guess crawling in the air vents is the method, and the source is the room. But
Yeah.
by all means,
And I can't think of any of her tags that would be relevant.
We're very Star Trek right now.
She doesn't really have an eye for detail. She's not really using her powers right now, so off I go. Here's that roll. That's a 3.
Oh,
And a 6. Okay. That's a 9
That's
total.
a 9 together.
okay.
Nine together.
Good lord.
Man,
Okay.
I was
that's
like,
so
how
good.
did you roll a 3?
No, sorry. It was a very dramatic reveal of one die and then the other.
It's successful then.
that is successful.
Thank
Okay,
God.
Yes, it is a 9.
Thump, thump, thump.
so you're sneaking around.
Ow!
You
Corinne!
feel free.
Corinne! Otto! Anyone else who can hear?
Hello.
I'm stuck! I'm stuck in this air vent outside the mastering room!
Detective Corinne!
With the police.
Please, you would all
Member
get
of
a
the
clue first.
OCCD!
Okay, so you're climbing through. Feel free to ask me your one question.
I get 1.
Yep.
Oh, it better be a good one. What is everything that's in the room?
Nailed
Okay.
it. I want it all.
Alex is mad.
Well, this is fine. 'Cause since you rolled a 7 to a 9, that means that I get to give you spotty information.
It's very sparsely decorated.
There's not much in this room apart from the people.
There's a few large-looking computers that you can assume probably have some higher degree of horsepower than my laptop.
Shots fired, laptop.
You gonna take that laptop?
Probably.
Hopefully. You do see the guy sitting there working at his station. He has sort of a shrewish, weaselish face. Damn, shrewish, weaselish face.
Okay. But I don't recognize him.
You don't recognize him.
Okay.
He looks to be biracial, for what difference it makes. Half Japanese, half white. You do also see in the room 2 dudes in tracksuits. They do not have hair.
Shit.
And
Shit.
It's
Bald guys and
those
tracky
guys.
decks.
And in the corner is a rather tall woman. She's in the back.
Is it Emma?
Rather, I think Cece was there for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Emma.
Nice.
Who's just sitting there. She looks half asleep.
Can
in the
we
back
go
of the
and just be
room.
like, hey Emma, what's up? Hey,
Dude, it's a boss rush.
All right, give me a quick rerun on Emma. She was guarding somebody's sister, Avery's sister, that was in the basement.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who took Avery's sister?
Hey, Maddie, you know what? Those bald men are full of water.
Oh my!
Trying to bloodbend today?
Not quite bloodbending level yet.
They should be surrounded by water bottles,
man.
They should be.
That should be.
Could try. All right.
I love
All right.
those
Here's what I'm
hydration.
thinking.
Oh, it went dark.
We
Oh, they probably
saved
got, like,
Avery's
motion.
sister, and like everything's good with her, right?
As
Yeah.
far as we know.
That we know of. Okay.
She's probably not good.
And Emma was there for that. I'm guessing she's just extra muscle because she's not pretty. I don't.
That's rude.
Yeah, I was gonna
Was
say she's
she
kind of
Yakuza?
pretty.
She's just
Do
pretty.
what?
Was she Yakuza?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What did you say?
All right,
Amanda?
so Cece's gonna see all that, and
She's gone.
Bury the lead.
She's not.
she's gonna crawl back and tell everybody what she saw first,
Seems wise.
Good.
and we're gonna try and formulate a plan. As much as she wants to just like douse the whole situation,
Ha.
she's gonna show a little self-control and come back and tell everybody what she saw.
Nice.
Okay. At that time, as the clock is ticking over to midnight, we're going to flash back over to the FAC.
Oh, God.
Over to
We're
the
still in
what?
this game, Avery.
Yeah, you guys thought you didn't get to play. We're gonna skip scenes back over to the Forensic Analysis Center. You hear.
You need to go outside.
Oh,
You need
okay.
to go outside.
Here's what we'll do. It'll be like 3 minutes to midnight.
Okay.
Alice comes out. She says, I've talked to Rosalind. She's on her way. She's going to help me see if we can identify anything about the bomb. I don't know that I have much else to tell you, at least as of yet, about Tom's condition. Tom is his name.
Yep.
Condition.
Yeah,
He's
death.
he's clearly dead, and it was definitely the blunt force trauma.
It's the blunt force what done it.
Do it.
It's the blunt force what done it.
That's the one. And while she's recapping all of the information that you've already heard before, and she seems a little frustrated that she doesn't have more to go on. You hear a thump in the other room of something against metal.
Oh, God.
Tom's back.
Avery, are
She
you
stops
happy?
talking.
Tom's back.
Wrong question. Why did you do
Oh god, zombie Tom. Shit.
Tom.
Avery has like a surprised / excited look on her face.
Oh my god, this is so cool, guys!
Alice says, I have no idea that the door only locks from up here, and I put everything away.
Shit. That's not ideal. Alright.
Far less than ideal.
Avery, you ready to go see if you can re-dead him?
Oh no.
Or hear me out, we take control of him.
To what end?
Roll the Tom beat.
I don't know, or like he'll probably be on our side. He probably is just mad that he was blown up.
He might be mad he was brought back to life.
I don't think I brought him back to life. Let's be fair, he is immortal.
He is,
Maybe
his
he's
aging is
practically
weird.
immortal like lobsters.
Maybe.
No, because lobsters die when they're killed.
Like elves. Lobsters and elves. Practically immortal.
Practically immortal. Will live forever under normal circumstances, but can be killed. Will not die of natural causes.
So, you ready to investigate this?
Yes, I will definitely investigate with my gun out, though.
Your stolen gun,
Okay.
you klepto.
Alice asks,
I bought it.
what do you guys want me to do? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not really good in a fight.
That's fair. Why don't you give us 5 minutes, and if we don't come out, then call someone else.
Okay.
Don't designate
So
who to call.
she takes her little badge and she slides it back into the door, and then she presses the lever to open it up. You can hear banging on, what are they called?
Gurneys?
You can hear. Is that,
on the the drawers.
Yeah, the drawers for people.
Okay. Drawers for people.
You can hear the banging. She shrugs and she holds the door open.
Alright then.
Does it usually do that?
Has this ever happened before?
No.
It's just the old pipes, you know.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
God.
Just rigor mortis setting in, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, or your arms flail open.
Yeah. Doesn't that happen to you guys?
When we die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens to me every time I die.
Banging on
But
drawers.
rigor mortis on the regular?
Can we tell from where the drawer banging is coming?
There's a proper medical word for the
Tom's
drawers
drawer.
for people.
Sure.
But yeah, it's over there by where she was working with Tom.
Okay. All right, Avery. As you're the
so
one that's
you
most
wanna-
armed and well suited to diffusing this situation, I'm gonna pull the drawer open. Do you want
Hold
me to
on.
pull it quickly or slowly?
Or let's see if we can talk to him through it first, and maybe like come to terms.
We'll do like a 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no sort of thing.
I mean, we'll see if we can talk. That would be ideal, right?
Sure.
But yeah, otherwise we can do knocks because he seems really good at knocking at this point.
Cold lockers.
He's pretty good at knocking.
The internet says that they're called cold lockers.
Cold locker. Yeah, that is right. Thank you.
Not a person cabinet.
Not a person.
Technical
Can.
term I'm getting is morgy drawers.
So what are you guys doing? You're pulling the thing, or you're not pulling?
No,
the
I'm not
thing?
pulling. I'll have my hand ready to pull. I will go on Avery's ready signal, but I think Avery's going to try to talk to Undead Tom through the drawer, through the morgue door.
All right, so I sort of like lean up to the door. Said, "Hey Tom, you promised not to hit us or like get mad at us."
Is that
And then I put my ear to the.
There's a pause, and then there's some more banging, and you hear, just please
Yes!
open the door.
Tom's back!
All right,
What?
All right, yeah, let's just open the door.
All right, slowly or quickly, your choice.
Quickly. Let's try to get on his side.
All right.
Okay.
Slide the drawer out quickly.
So you slide the drawer out quickly,
Nice.
and as you are the source of the motion, Tom makes eye contact with you first and says, "Oh, Owen! Oh, it's lovely to see you. You'll understand, of course. He seems what's the word? Flustered. Yeah. I don't deal great in tight quarters like that.
That's understandable. No one needs that.
Do you have any pants I could borrow?" Or and at this point, he realizes that Avery's in the room,
Sure.
and he says, "Oh, perfect. I remember this nightmare from the other night." You know the one, and he's addressing Avery specifically. You know the one where you're just going about your normal life, and you find out that you got no pants, and then a woman who can control minds just is standing there, and you hate your life. That's the one. That's the one I had the other night.
I missed Tom. Had a whole episode without Tom, and I was so sad.
Besides naked, how's Tom look?
Fine.
Okay.
He's
got his
alive.
color about him again.
He's not a Tomby.
And his head looks okay.
His
It's
head
all in
looks
the
fine.
right shape.
The correct shape.
Good.
No flat spots or
Yeah, right.
large,
Large
clear.
stents.
To be clear, this was a separate morgue drawer, right? Like the body you were looking at was different.
Pardon?
That's just Tom's
Alice was
body.
working on Tom, who was dead, and then cleaned up so that she would be able to
Close
talk
the
to
door.
Rosalind whenever Rosalind came back. So she put him into the coal blocker, or the morgue drawer, and then there was banging right after the stroke of midnight.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yes.
Cool.
Tom's immortal. I'm so glad. He really, really is.
So, Tom,
Uh-huh.
you not only can keep alive, you can come back from the dead.
Whoa, we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay.
Well,
Yep.
maybe I wasn't entirely forthcoming when you asked me earlier, but yeah, and he holds up his hands. He says, by my count, I think I'm down to 5 or 6
Remaining or
left.
okay.
How do you know how many?
Oh,
are here?
wait.
Uh-huh.
You have
He's
9
like a
lives?
cat.
Is Tom a cat?
How many
Is he
lives
a
did you start
tomcat?
But
Is
there-
he a tomcat?
with?
there's
We
no
can't hear you through all of that city, Corinne.
That's canonical. Yep.
So all I can say is really it's a gut feeling.
Sure.
You have to understand the last few times I've died, it has a couple. That's couple to few. It hasn't been a wonderful experience for me.
Sure.
So
What if you died through?
Well, I'm down to 6. So the one before, so there's 3 to account for. There's one was a gunshot. One was a knife, and the third one was drowning.
Ooh.
I'm glad they pulled me out.
Ooh.
And
Well, you
now
can variety.
we can add concussive force via explosion to that list.
This makes me so worldly.
That's right.
He's a tomcat.
Now, there's this one night where I had a lot to drink, and
That was the maybe for.
so
Okay.
maybe I.
Maybe.
There's not like you
alcohol
can't count me rings or anything like that. So
Sure.
anyway, what have I missed?
Wait, how much do you remember before you met your untimely end?
Well, that's the thing. It all tends to come back a little bit fuzzy, so bear with me.
Sure.
It's not Tuesday, is it?
I don't know
Is
that.
it? What
It's
day
not.
is it?
No.
It's Friday.
That's right. Tom died on Tuesday. The bomb happened on Tuesday.
Did it?
No, the bomb happened on Friday.
Oh, because
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
For it to be Taco Tuesday.
Right.
I remember I thought it was Tuesday because I was going out for tacos. I went to the
Right. I
store.
remember that.
I walked down to the corner store. I bought some tortillas, some ground beef. The little. Do you know they sell the Taco Bell seasoning in a packet?
Oh,
It's
that's
like
right.
50
Yeah.
cents. They season a whole pound of ground beef, which is more than enough for me.
Sure.
Leaves plenty of leftovers. And
Oh my gosh.
it's not a great taco, but it does the trick. So
It's a taco.
I mean, if
there's
you're
Taco
craving
Bell
two
for you.
tacos,
Yeah. So
I'm
that
so happy.
that, and then I remember I was walking back to my apartment. Something bugging me. I don't remember what it was, and I guess that's where. What was it?
The concussive force of the explosion.
Concussive force of the explosion. Naturally, okay. Destroyed the whole apartment.
Seems to.
Of course. Naturally. So I gotta find just a whole lot more clothes than what I'm missing now.
Okay, I guess at this point in the conversation, I'll go over and let Alice know we're okay. And see if maybe there's a lost and found
Okay.
or a collection of clothes. We'll let Avery and Tom talk for a little bit.
Oh.
Hi, Tom.
You're just gonna
How's it
leave me here
going?
by myself, huh?
You seem to be fine. You got like 4 more tries, right? So you're good.
Thanks. The concern's really heartwarming. And of course, it's lovely to see you all as always. So, Avery.
It makes you feel better. I tried to bring you back from the dead.
Oh! Well, I don't think it was you this time.
No. I know it was you, but I definitely tried, so
Right.
it's on me.
I appreciate the effort, I think.
Yeah, you're just fun to play around with. So, do you know a person that goes by the alias the Director?
No.
No. Okay. Do you know a person that has a penchant for planting bombs everywhere?
No. No. You mean
Okay.
like that's their MO? No.
Yeah. Do you have anybody else that would want to blow you up?
I would think maybe that Tio might have wanted to blow me up, but I thought that we had moved past that. So,
Sure.
and I'm assuming it wasn't you lot what blew me up.
No. I would be more creative.
I appreciate that.
You're
don't.
welcome. Huh. So, you want to help us out?
Love to. just say the word, but don't do the thing.
I don't know if I do the thing.
Elias is his brother.
Do what?
Elias is
Cousin.
Cousin. Okay.
What are you saying?
I just said you'll know if I do the thing.
Okay.
Okay, Tom's alive and talking to him. Is there anything else that we really need from him?
Does he want to help us?
He does want to help us.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about the
He
Director.
doesn't know anything, but he said his memory was foggy. Is this just a matter of time before he remembers?
We talked about Taco Tuesday?
Oh, okay. So not long.
He remembers Taco Friday. He thought it was a Tuesday.
Doesn't have to be Tuesday.
He might have basically a stroke. That's fine.
No, nothing I can think of.
All right. All right, I won't mess with him right now.
He appreciates that. Oh, wait, hold on. Did you say you want to mess with him or don't?
No, I said that I don't. I'm not going to mess with him right now.
He does
I'll tell him,
appreciate that.
yeah, it's like you've been through enough right now, so I'll leave you be. We'll see how you can help us out. We have this dude that somebody. I gendered him. Somebody that is
Gendered him.
yeah. There's somebody that's trying to blow up a bunch of buildings, and now we have the Yakuza trying to release a song that will probably brainwash people.
Okay.
So
Well, that sounds miserable.
don't double cross us because we don't need another problem.
Okay.
But we would love to have your help. So
I'd be glad to lend it.
and that's as nice as I can be. So I'm gonna leave. And I just start walking away.
He's just gonna sit there
I'll kill you
naked.
4 times.
Oh, yeah. I will shoot you 6 times in the head if you betray us.
I would never. I wouldn't dream of it.
All right.
Where do we stand with the pants situation?
Oh, Alice comes back. She's got shorts.
Good.
And a Hawaiian shirt.
Good. Who died?
No, they just found this over at she raided a locker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, is there any way to unfile death papers?
Do what?
Is there any way to unfile death papers?
Like on Tom?
Yeah.
They had pronounced him dead, but they didn't have like a birth certificate to match it to or anything like that. So
John
Okay.
Doe.
they
Some John
knew
Doe.
it was
John Doe.
an alias, John
John
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. So
Tom,
Really,
the good
just
news is we
replaces
got you some
anybody.
clothes.
Body.
I said, Tom, the good news is we got you some clothes.
oh, that's lovely. I'm so glad. Oh, that's not really my aesthetic, but I guess beggars can't be choosers.
I'd say we could take you back to your apartment to find you something else to wear, but
Hey, he takes the clothes and he's getting himself dressed up. And he says, it's not so much the Hawaiian shirt that I mind so much. There's no underwear. I get it. I'm just not a big fan of going commando. So anyway,
I missed Tom.
we'll use this opportunity to go back to the other end. We'll resolve a couple more things and then I'll call it. So we'll bounce back to the Mulberry studio. I assume that Cece would have relayed the information that she got to the rest of the party. Okay, so you guys are all aware of the room which has the guy on the computer, Emma, and the two bald guys.
Yep.
What is the play?
Is Emma likely to still be mad at us about last time? Didn't we take her phone too?
Yep.
We took her what?
Avery!
her phone.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, her
stolen.
phone.
Definitely stolen this phone.
Okay. Well, I am still good with Team drop water on all their expensive equipment. I mean, it just sounds like a good plan. Not only does it sound confusing, but it sounds effective. So we can still make that like move one and kind of see how they react and gauge it from there.
Yeah, I think that's a good call because we're not going to be able to take everyone down.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to
Very
just overpower them.
Right, we can
Yeah.
splash and run.
Yeah, either splash and run or splash and we've got the element of surprise. Because we also have Astrid to deal with up there. That's if she hears a commotion, she's also going to come, and who else is going
maybe,
to?
but I'm not convinced that that's up Astrid's pay grade. She may or may not actually want to get involved in a fight.
You said a
We heard
bastards.
we're not sure that's a bastard's
Pay grade.
pay grade.
I was like, I don't know that
Astrid's
phrase.
not that bad.
No, Astrid's great,
She
apparently.
seems like a nice lady.
Seems fine. I don't think that she would die for her employer.
Unlikely. You did not get that impression.
No. So, yeah, ready, break?
Team splash and run?
Perfect.
If you want the City of Mist players to splash and run, enter 1
Type
on your
1 to
keypad
show.
now.
It's important to also hit enter.
Oh lord. Yep. Okay. I think I'm gonna wanna. I don't want to be in that air vent when they realize what's happening.
That seems wise.
Right.
Harder to
So
warn you,
yeah, let's just go straight through the door. So here's what the camera sees.
CC.
The door bursts open and just a torrent of water is gonna splash on all of that equipment because Lord knows that sure, it's probably good in some ways, waterproof, and she's not messing around with just a bottle. It's not like a tidal wave size. I'm not flooding the room or anything like that.
It doesn't look like
It's
the
not
Shining.
an enormous amount of water, but picture if it's a long desk, that's roughly how much water is going to have piled on top of it, and it is gonna be in a sploosh.
Okay.
Because the
So that's
bathrooms-
more or less what the camera sees.
Okay.
Nice.
So your effort here is just to destroy the equipment, right? Using
Yep.
a lot of water. Do you want to hit it with all you've got?
Woo!
Yep.
Hit it.
I sure do. Adding the power tags. Shoot. Where'd my character sheet go? There it is. Adding the power tags. Nope, just water bending. Dang, I thought I had something else. Okay, alright.
It's the what?
Woo!
Oh.
Sounds promising.
6 and a 5. That's another 11.
Nice.
Oh shit!
So it, +1, that's a
Whoa.
12. Shit.
That's amazing.
That's above a 10, so you're...
Confirming the crit.
Hit it with all you got. Pick 2 from the table. Your table includes having good positioning, which means that you're not going to be open to counterattack. Status +1 tier. Right now it'd be 1 + 1, so about the same force that you used to concuss that guy. Controlling collateral damage, taking the target's attention, and gaining the upper hand. You may
Okay,
pick-
can I give the equipment a status?
Sure. Broke.
Water
Okay.
damaged.
Yeah.
I want to give
Soaked.
the equipment the status of dang broke,
Okay.
and I
Dang
want
broke.
to get the upper hand.
Okay. In your mind's eye or whatever, what does the upper hand mean?
I'm tempted to say a hasty escape, but I also want to push the story forward. So, the upper hand is gonna look like. Ooh. You wanna help me out, guys?
Maybe maybe
I
they're
know the
all
table-
just like totally stunned from the deluge of water, and they're just like, "What on earth just happened? Did the toilet explode?"
Because we do. Okay. I'm gonna say the upper hand is. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of like 14 different things right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the upper hand is gonna be that they're just surprised and they're
Okay.
not ready.
Sounds good.
If
Okay.
they're gonna fight, I don't know what they're gonna say. So
So you open up the deluge, the door bursts open, the equipment gets fried. You see the soul slip from the guy on the computer's eyes. He looks like he's on the verge of tears. He says something about, I worked so hard. No. Emma like springs up and she's glancing around nervously, not nervously, upset. The two bald guys jump up as well, but they're obviously not. They're too surprised by what's happening to figure out where it's coming from. The only one who seems to have any sort of restraint on the situation is the guy who was at the computer, who does notice you at the front door. He takes the mouse that he was holding and clicking, draws a line. It was a wired mouse. Draws a line across the top, severing the cord, and then flings it at you.
He draws a line across it?
Yeah, I don't have the mouse, do I? You know what cords look like?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But he just like draws with his finger?
Draws with his finger across the cord, severs instantly.
That doesn't seem good.
ooh.
Bless you. And then flings the mouse. It's mostly out of irritation. He's not trying to hurt you. He is trying to hurt you. He's
Okay.
not going to hurt you.
Cool.
So yeah, what is everyone else's plan at this point? You guys have the upper hand.
Is it when you need it? It's now.
Okay, well, Cece's pissed.
It is now.
This will be mostly at Corinne and Otto and Patrick.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so...
I mean, go ahead, Corinne.
I was just, like, being on the attack is not really about Corinne's thing, so she's just, like, super ready for whatever they're gonna do.
Okay, so you're preparing for, like, a counterattack?
I am preparing for a counterattack, and I guess, like, I'm assuming that by splashing water all over the electronic equipment, we have, like, deleted the existence of that song on the electronic systems.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to, like, investigate that any further. Now I'm prepared for a counterattack.
To Patrick's
Did
trained
they have
eye,
cloud storage in 2014?
certainly. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that yet.
Okay.
To the best of Patrick's knowledge, this is all the equipment is destroyed. Based on the reaction of the guy who was sitting there working on it, he probably hasn't saved in a long time.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
if there was a file that he would have backed up on the cloud, it's not near enough progress.
If Corinne's not super, like, on the offense, would she want to talk to them?
I don't know, do I?
Hello.
Or
I mean,
not?
maybe.
Hello, citizens.
I mean, I feel like I know what they were doing and, like, basically why they wanted to do it. I'm gonna say something to Emma along the lines of, like, you're better than this. Why are you helping them?
Okay. Otto?
Man, I guess I'm just gonna stand at the ready as well. I don't think I have a gun, so I don't know. But if Corinne is talking to them, we're not leaving. We're gonna fight, I guess.
Right, we could just run.
I mean, yeah, right. Like, if no one is just sprinting out of there, then I'm like, okay.
Patrick's probably
That's
gone.
it.
If Allyson isn't here physically, would she rather sprint or?
My guess is that she would want Patrick to go invisible immediately.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was he already noticed? There's the big question.
I mean, if anyone noticed, it was the guy who was on the computer, not all of them.
All right, so he's probably already busy being sad about his stuff. So yeah, at this point, I think Patrick's gonna blink out of distance.
Okay.
It's like that.
Okay.
Good plan.
Emma is upset but doesn't understand necessarily the full impact of the damage that's been done. And then she starts hearing you tell her that she's better than what she's doing. I don't know. They pay the bills?
There are so many better things you could do. These people are hurting people.
I'm kind of big. I don't know if you saw, but I've hurt people.
And that's great. You don't have to hurt people because you're big. There are so many things you can do that no one else can do. I'm trying to get him into
I like
defect.
the pets talk.
I'm like, you could switch sides.
On the
You
other
could
hand,
help us. We could get you a good job that pays better than they do.
contrasting Emma's stoic nature the two bald guys and the other guy who's working on the computer are not as, I think, enthused about the whole affair. Yeah, they probably just want to hurt you.
That sounds like them.
Yeah. They'll make a okay. The two bald guys are gonna run and jump directly at you because you're the one who's doing all of the talking.
Sure. Okay.
And I guess we'll call it there for the night.
Aww.
We'll pick up mid-combat on the next one.
Alright.
I thought it was gonna be able to be resolved in this one episode, but it should be next time. That's fine.
Started off slow.
Yeah, no, it's good. We picked up pace. There's a lot of stuff done. I'm not upset.
Undead Tom.
Undead Tom.
Woo! We got him back. Tom's a cat.
Tom's a cat.
All right. Plus 1 people.
Do what?
Yeah.
We have plus 1 people. It's a good kill death ratio, or however it would be called.
That's right.
We have 1 undeath in the bank.
D-death.
Death.
So yeah, does you guys
Nice.
the geeking out?
Woo! Geeking out for the
happy?
credits.
Woo!
I'm so glad Tom's back.
Good.
I missed him
By popular
so
demand.
much.
He was only gone very briefly.
It's true.
I was so sad.
What's up, Joe?
So is there still a hard move waiting for me for the whole trying to resurrect Tom thing?
I mean, yes.
All right, no, that's fair. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the hard move was he actually woke back up.
No, that
because...
that was unrelated to anything that you had done.
All right, cool.
But
it looked
do
good.
keep in mind that you told him to wake up, and you're having difficulty controlling your power.
Joke's
Oh,
on you,
yeah, no,
Tom's
like,
extra
I'm-
woke now.
Yeah, I'm fully playing her to go insane eventually, but
Good.
we'll see.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for. I'm excited for Avery because she is clearly headed down a dark path as a result of her abilities, but also has this penchant for stealing people's phones. There's just some weird.
I didn't realize I was doing that until today.
You've stolen almost everyone's phone that you've come across.
It's habitual. That's bad. You don't even notice you're doing it.
Look into your heart, Joe.
Take more phones.
I had a note. I wrote down notes for today's session since I lost my old ones. The whole morgue scene.
Mhm.
I didn't know how that was going to play out. I'm glad that it did like it did.
Nice.
That's
That's
ideal
good.
for me.
That's good.
I didn't want you to be alone.
Okay.
The only one
Spooky
there.
undead Tom.
I was not expecting it to be Avery that tagged along though.
That's good.
That's extra good.
I like that you guys have a general tendency whenever there's like you find out that you're technically on the offense because they've got what you want and they're sitting in one fixed location, and that's been like a trope this whole season long. And you guys are like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's find out everything that we possibly can. Stand next to the door and then explode out through it all at once. Figure out what we do from there. Come what may.
Yeah.
Good shit. But yeah, GG's guys.
Consistency is key.
Jeez.
I'm gonna kill the stream.
GG's team.
It was convenient.
Bye, Internet.